back with another matter lesson. Now, I want to talk about this one in 2 stages. So we're going to do part 1, and then we'll do part 2 after bed. So this is one you need to prepare at least the day before, because you're going to have to freeze some things, and you'll get all the instructions in your attachments that you get. But you're going to freeze 1 or 2 balloons, because we're going to do the life cycle of a snowman. So I normally do this at the end of the unit because they know all the properties of matter. But you're going to take 3 balloons, or 2, like small, medium, large. I did small and medium. And you freeze them. If you put them in a bowl overnight, that kind of gives you a flatter base to start with. So before my kids come in the morning, I'll bring all this and I'll set my snowman up. So I'm going to do that with you guys.
I love that. Or just peel it right off.
So here's the base. Woo. And you know how they use salt on the roads during ice storms? That's because it makes the ice melt and stick. Look, isn't that crazy? So you're going to want to use some salt to attach his head. And you're going to get balloons in your kit. Alright, so here's his head. Kind of got to work with it.
Do you normally just do 2, or do you do 3?
It just depends on how we're doing.
Okay. That's pretty tall.
Yeah, 2 is probably easier.
Yeah.
Because if you get 3, it kind of topples faster. Yeah. Alright, and then you're going to get some felt. You just put a little bit of salt on there, and he's going to start drifting. It's okay.
Okay.
That was too much salt. And you're going to make his little face.
I love that, because the first time I asked you, I said, how are you going to stick the felt to the snowman?
Yes. Just take a little bit of salt. What do you do? Alright. There's his face. Now,
Take you face.
I've used this. What's his face? I use this clear pan so y'all can see it better, but normally you would want a smaller pan, so he's not. He's wanting to ice skate. Alright, so he's set up. When the kids come in the morning, they're going to just start noticing this new friend we have in class. I'm not going to mention anything. And the bell will ring, they'll get the morning work done, and I'll say, hey guys, we have a snowman visiting our room. We have a new classmate today. And they're all going to get excited because they're like, yeah, I know, I saw that. Who is that? So they're going to brainstorm. They're going to get this sheet that you'll get a copy of, and they're going to brainstorm a name for him. So it says, give our snowman a name. So they'll all think about a name, and then we'll come up with a class name. I'll pick the star student to get the class name. So Ellie, what would you like to call our new friend?
Icy?
Icy, I love it. So this is Icy. Everyone meet Icy. And they're like, oh, hey, Icy. So they are going to make a prediction of what's going to happen. This is the life cycle of a snowman. What do you think is going to happen to the snowman by the end of the day? We're going to make some predictions. So
He's going to walk out.
He could walk out. Maybe he's going to go to lunch with us.
He might.
What else could happen?
Maybe he'll melt.
Maybe he'll melt.
Or get smaller.
What kind of matter is he right now?
Solid.
Remember, he's a solid. Yeah. So they will make their prediction by the end of the day what they think will happen. Okay. I think Ellie's probably right. He's probably going to melt. So we'll see that happen. And then on a separate sheet of paper, you're going to have them fold it to 3 sections, and they'll make a recording of the morning, after lunch, and the end of the day. And in the morning, they'll draw a picture of what they see, and they'll also write a sentence. So I put Icy. Icy is made of a solid. So that'll be their first thing they do. And then I'll just start teaching, and he'll be sitting in the back. Now, you're also going to get a really cool hot plate that you can use for all kinds of things. You're not going to turn him on in the morning. So this is supposed to go all day long. And throughout the day, you're going to stop and take measurements of the liquid. So this is great to go with math. You're going to take measurements of the liquid with the ruler. And we're going to talk about is, do you think the water in the bottom of the pan is going to increase or decrease?
By the end of the day, I definitely think increase.
It's going to increase. So there's some more academic vocabulary you can talk about. And so after lunch, I will turn him on, and he'll start melting. He probably already has melted a good bit by then.
So you don't do anything with the hot plate till after lunch?
Yeah, just kind of let him go. His eyes will start falling off, and they'll notice that. So he will be a distraction for the day, but it's a good distraction because we're learning about him. And then if our school gets out about 2:30, about 1:45, we will take our last measurement of how much liquid's in there, and then I'm going to show you part 2 when we come back. Stay tuned. All right, here is part 2 of the life cycle of a snowman. So remember, he started out this morning as a solid. In just a minute, we'll take a look, but you can see here now, icing is gone. He's gone. So throughout the day, he has gone from a solid to a liquid. And in just a minute, we're going to show you his final stage as a gas. So he has been turned up now. It's not boiling as much as I would like it to because I have a larger pan, and that was just to help you guys see it. Also, make sure that you have this in an area away from the students because it does get hot. But I have turned him up. It's the end of the day, and he is boiling now. And we're going to pause for a second. All right, so I am holding the black paper here just so you can see the vapors. It's not boiling as much as I would like it to. But you want the students to notice the vapors coming up because that's the gas from the liquid. Now, this is a great time to talk about how it went through these 3 stages and how water can also, we could change this back into a solid. But this is the 3 stages, and they will make their drawing and observation. All right, let's take a pause. All right, so they have done the 3 stages of the life cycle of a snowman. They have filled out their 3 pictures and sentences to describe the different stages. They have also taken their ruler 3 times throughout the day, and you can measure in inches and centimeters. And this, you just place it in there and take a look. So that's a fun thing to do. And then they label the 3 types of matter. Also with the matter unit, I like to take the long icy pops, and you have a cup, and you talk about how they start out as a solid, and you have to leave them on their desk all day, and you're going to read Kevin Hincks' Wimberley's Ice Cream Star, and this is about her losing her ice cream star because it melted. So their icy pop will melt and become a liquid. So that will go along with this book. Great to teach cause and effect, and a great Kevin Hincks author
And
setting.
they can drink the
And then
ice.
they can drink their icy, yeah.
They're icy after.
So you're also going to get Chex Mix and Kool-Aid. So that's a great time to talk about reversible and irreversible changes. And I love to do a solid museum. So their homework on one of the first nights of our matter unit is they have to bring a solid from home. Give me anything they want. Has to be able to fit in their book bag. And then I place it on the back counter, and they go around and have to write adjectives to describe the matter, all the solid, and then we'll talk about all how you can describe the different types of matter, especially the solid. We call it the Smith Solid Museum. Okay.
Did they describe other people's solids?
Yes, they go around and look at the attributes of the solids,
And they just write
and so that we can make like a big
neat.
word bank of how to describe solids. So they like that. Matter is a fun unit. I hope you enjoyed as much as my children do.